wanted to like hop on here, and it's so funny. I remember, you know, making a video, you know, the first day when I first got the car, and saying how like, you know, kind of odd and difficult and kind of like strange it was to, you know, obviously be driving on the right-hand side of the car on the left-hand side of the road. I just realized, like, I think I'm like, it's been about 2.5 weeks. I feel like fully amalgamated. I just had this like realization to kind of be like, wait, when I go back to North America, I'm gonna have to drive on the left-hand side of the car? Like, what?
Hey everyone, Joel Hans here. Guys, joined by a very, very, very special guest. It's been a long time coming, long time making, but popular request. Miss Leah Schutt-Keever. I don't think I need to really give much of an introduction, but if I do, she is a British competitive eater, known for eating things crazy fast, also really good with spicy challenges. And at that, today we're going to do a challenge together, guys. So we are in Port Talbot.
Or Burt.
No, But. Port Talbot. There you go. There's my, I'm making sure I got my pronunciations right. Port Talbot in Wales, guys. Wales. Is Wales technically a different country than Britain?
Yeah, so we're all part of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, okay.
Scotland, England, Wales.
So technically then I'm going for a food challenge when in a new country. Have you done a challenge before here?
I have. I did a small tour in Wales a
Okay,
few months ago.
okay. So new country for me, not quite for her, but nonetheless new challenge for both of us. Today we're going after an undefeated burger challenge, literally called the Big One. So this features 3 massive burgers. Each of them weigh, over 500 grams because there's 500 grams of beef on each one alone. Then there is a big, huge thing of chips or French fries over 1 kilo, topped with 500 grams of fried chicken, then a whole bunch of sauces. There is 24 slices of cheese on all those burgers. They have like a spicy chili jam one with bacon, one with caramelized onions. There's halloumi, like cheese sticks, and I think that's pretty much about it. And we're gonna have 1 hour to complete it. It is a 60-pound meal if we fail, otherwise free if we complete it. And we'll get 100-pound cash prize. So that was real quick. Long story short, big burger challenge, free t-shirts, cash prize of 100 pounds. Yeah, oh, and we get to rename the challenge, that's right.
That's the big one.
Okay.
We want to rename the challenge.
Yeah, so currently, like, again, they just call it the Big One because it doesn't have a name. It's undefeated. No one's even beat half. Those who complete it, hopefully today, get a name in. So that's about that. I think that's all the info. If I'm missing anything, I'll get it to you. And let's head on in. Let's have some fun. Ready to eat some food?
Ready.
Let's go. Everyone, so here we are with the challenge. We have the 1.5 kilos of beef, which is over 3 pounds of beef. We then have a whole bunch of bacon on each one. There are 24 slices of cheese as well. So it's a lot of cheese. One has caramelized onions, one has a bacon jam, one has a chili jam. Then we have our kilogram of fries, or 2.2 pounds of French fries, chips, I should say, with 500 grams of their crispy fried chicken bits on top. Then we got to pick 2 sauces to go on them. Leah went with a barbecue and a ranch. I went with a hot sauce, maybe I'll regret it, and a barbecue. We have then 6 halloumi sticks. Am I forgetting anything, Leah?
I don't think so. You've nailed that.
Well,
weights and everything. I'm amazed.
Well, hey, there we go. So that, let's get started here just momentarily.
1 hour on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Let's get into it.
All right, guys, I have some ketchup here. You know I love my ketchup. Some very large burgers. And it should be fun. I'm gonna try to like navigate this, not knock my drinks off the table. I'll probably grab this big old burger over here. Definitely a nice sizable looking burger. Miss Leah, how is it?
It's so good.
Juicy.
It's so good.
Man, that's damn good. I've got a lot. And this one is this is the pepper jelly on it. A little bit of sweetness.
don't really get much heat left.
Is it supposed to be spicy?
You said mostly sweet, low spicy. Very delicious on life. All
It's
right.
very good.
Lots of cheese. How does this compare to other burger challenges in the UK?
This is pretty good. There are some incredible burger vendors in the UK, and I would say this is probably one of them. 100% beef, smash patties, pretty brilliant stuff to be honest.
I love smash burgers. And these are definitely juicy, that's for sure. Got this next one here. Not really sure. This one is lots of bacon and bacon jam. Give that a shot. Whoa! All right.
I need to be more like that.
Bacon.
I accept flavors.
Talk about bacon. This is a very, very big burger. What's this one called?
Baconator.
The Baconator. No trademark on Wendy's or anything. Very delicious though.
Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are here taking on the big one, yes the big one, with my good friend Miss Leah Shudkeever. So as we said, 60 minutes to complete this massive challenge. I mean, between the fries and the chicken, that was like 3 pounds. You had all that beef, the 24 slices of cheese or whatever on all of them. Like, there was just an insane amount of food, insane amount of cheese in front of us. Yeah, that being said, it was very delicious on the first bites, and we were definitely excited to try to get into it.
How does this compare to challenges in America and Canada?
Great question. So I'd say this is pretty similar to something you'd see in North America. The smash burger is very common out there. This is very tasty. A lot of the burgers here I find are quite different in the UK, but these are very what I call North American. One thing I found generally the challenges in the UK are actually quite a bit smaller than in North America. Even if some here is supposed to be 5 pounds, it's usually actually 5 pounds. In the States, it's probably more like 7. So take what you will.
That surprises me.
But shout out these burgers. Woo.
So to this point, no one had even been able to complete half in the 60-minute time limit, so it was definitely a difficult one. In fact, this is one of the biggest challenges actually in Wales, the whole country of Wales. And, you know, being a smash burger challenge made it kind of rare.
This is a really, really good burger. I'm not just saying, I'm not trying to talk it up. This is definitely the best burger I've had in the UK.
While smash burgers are definitely becoming a lot more popular globally, they are still quite rare in certain regions, but you know, the last year or two they've definitely expanded worldwide, and I definitely see why. They are very, very delicious. Let me know if you like smash burgers down below. The price of this meal was £60, which we were definitely hoping not to have to pay.
I think this last one then should have the caramelized onions, I think. Lots of bacon on this one too. Crispy onions. Also I got some spicy on this. I do have a thing of hot sauce here I'm gonna try to dig into if I can with one hand.
It's so warm in here.
A little hot. Do you want the door open?
No, probably not worth the noise.
In addition, we were really hoping to actually win that 100-pound prize. So yeah, definitely we were, let's say the stakes were high. Plus, you know, we could name the challenge. This was just called the big one. If we were able to complete it, we would be able to name it, which Leah was excited about.
These fries are going to be a challenge to get through. There's a lot of them.
No shortage.
There's a lot of natural commentary in this video, so I believe that's pretty much the majority of the information. Again, going for that first food challenge win in the country of Wales. Super excited to have made it to the United Kingdom. Super excited to have met up with Miss Leah here and got a challenge. So yeah, ultimately, let's tune on in, see what happens. Let's just say there'll be no shortage of food in this one. It's a little bit of a, well, it's a lot of a nail biter. So definitely stay tuned for that. In addition, Wales is really known for castles, and let's just say maybe we have some castle footage at the end. So at that, everybody, let's tune on in, let's see what happens, and let's see if we can complete this undefeated huge big one burger challenge.
The burger is so rich. A bit of hot sauce, that acidity, that spice kind of helps really break it up.
Strategically, I think I need to eat some fries.
Yeah, do it.
And leave the burger till last.
Not a bad idea. There's a lot of fries. I don't know how they are. These burgers are fantastic though, so definitely a good way to finish. Feeling good? Maybe I'll even have to get some more burgers after. Let's see how it goes. Try some of this chicken. Not bad. Interesting barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah, the chicken flavour, the coating on the chicken is actually really tasty.
Now, some of the options of sauces we have, one was a blue cheese, the other was a ranch. Let me know down below if you like blue cheese or ranch. Again, I went with none, but Leah, Team Ranch over here. So we're just over 10 minutes in. Miss Leah, how you doing?
I'm good. I feel this is definitely achievable. I would have liked to do it quicker, but
100% is achievable. No losers today.
no losers today.
Hashtag let's never
We
know.
have to name this
That's true.
for the next person that comes in and attempts it.
Comment what we should name it down below. Down the french fries. Most of the chicken done. Leah is well under her fries. She got her halloumis done. I have those left still. Or chips, I should say. Let's get into these. Get a rock and roll.
Okay, last stretch. I have like most of my last burger left. The reason that I did that is even though I don't strategize much, I seem to be thinking too much because Joel's next to me. So I think I'm gonna leave that strategically till the end. Get through most of these fries, maybe dig into some of that, back to fries, back to burger, and hopefully get this done in a somewhat impressive time, but we're at
13 minutes, guys. We have a full hour. We're at 47 minutes. No one's even completed half of this before.
To be fair, maybe I'm just really hard on myself. I was like, 15 minutes, let's go.
It's undefeated.
It's undefeated.
If you want to speed up, I'll speed up. But it's undefeated if we can get that win. That's what we're after today.
This guy, what guy?
We're all in this together. Could you crack the door, my friend? Want to crack the door? Thank you. Jason, Fried halloumi tastes just like fried halloumi. What did you expect? Cheesy. Leah's smart to save that last burger for last because burgers are easy to eat and these ones taste great. We are 15 and a half minutes in, going real good. Leah is crushing this. She really only has like a handful of fries left, one burger. I'm pretty much the same spot, just after the burger. So we'll soon, hopefully, not jinxing it, be the first two winners of the soon to be named challenge.
I can't get over how much Joel has actually had to drink. I've probably done two of these, 1.5 maybe, but that's crazy. He's been drinking fizzy drinks as well.
I'd say I'm going pretty light on the liquids. I
Yeah,
normally drink a lot.
it's too much.
Excuse me guys, would you ask for another Pepsi Max for me please? Please? Thanks so much. Leah reminded me I should stock myself back up. That's what she intended to do. She was trying to help me out. $18 the quarter in. Leah's crushing that thing. I'm sure it's very pleasant to return back to that burger.
Couldn't possibly say.
Like we said, there's no failures today. Only winners. And I think I'm done right there. Thank you, Leah. I tried to shoot for 19 on the dot, roughly. That being said, we are now just gonna cheer Leah on. She literally finishes, like literally, she has like a handful of food left. So she's gonna get it down here momentarily. I have full faith in her. She has a full 40.5 minutes, guys. She's doing phenomenal. Like I said, no one has even done half of this before. And here you have Leah, almost done. Less than 20 minutes, guys. So that's, excuse me, tune in as she finishes up, crushes this thing. Excuse me. Compliments to the chef. Is it a law here in Wales that everything has to close at 4 on Sundays?
No.
It's just choice?
No, yeah, we stay open after.
But like the grocery stores and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's still a lot, but I think people choose to, especially if it's a private business, you know.
Okay.
You don't see the big shops like Tesco and stuff still.
Really? Because
Aldi,
Asda, everything closed at 4.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's law.
There you go, guys. 4 o'clock. It is law in Wales to close
In
on
England
Sundays.
as well. What? In England as well.
I didn't know that. I'm sure I'm doing Asda after.
4 p.m.
Really?
Even gyms close earlier. Sunday's a rest day. That's why.
Fair enough. Well, there ain't no rest for the wicked or the shuts today. Hey, Martin, can I get a glass of just ice, please?
Just ice,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Just ice.
Yeah, let me fix you up.
You're gonna fix me up?
Yeah.
Good effort. I need fixing up. Okay, we have a tiny bit left. I'm trying to compose myself and finish gracefully here.
Just a couple bites, Leah. Everybody, give her some oomph. Give her some encouragement down below.
Yeah, comment.
Let's see it. Go, Leah, go. Hold this on the back of your neck. For those wondering what I just did, when you're feeling a little not great, if you can shock your system somehow, so just putting ice on your back, maybe in your armpit, it generally can make you feel a little better. Hopefully.
Last couple bites.
Last bite, let's go, Leah! Yeah!
This is savage.
You're so close. You got this.
It's been 6 weeks since I've done a challenge.
That is a long time.
It's a long time. I feel like a newbie. I feel like a rookie.
Who's crushing an undefeated burger challenge right now? And about to get 100 pounds. Pay for your gas. Pay for your gas. Look at that. Here we go. Yeah! Woo! There we go, everybody. Congratulations. That was awesome. Good job.
This guy got me through this challenge. Absolutely.
That's what I'm here for. I always say when I do a challenge with somebody, we're in it together. It's a team effort.
Yeah, 100%.
It's never me against you, you against me. It's us against the food, against the restaurant. Man versus food. That's what the show was. It wasn't man versus man, or man versus woman in this case. So that, everybody, I want to give a huge thank you to Burger Boys. Give a huge thank you to Miss Leah for coming out today. Glad we got you cross paths over here in the United Kingdom.
Great.
24, 25 for Miss Leah. Killed it. Less than half the freaking time. Killed it. It was like it's undefeated for a reason.
Yeah.
That being said, guys, this was honestly very, very delicious. Best burger I had in the UK so far. Who knew would have had to come to Wales to get a castle-sized burger challenge. Wales is known for castles, if you didn't know that. But at that, guys, we both get the meal for free. We both get t-shirts. We will get to name the challenge. And we both each get 100 pounds, so that ain't too bad.
No,
so
pretty good.
At that, Leah, any words?
My top button of my jeans I undid, and now I'm concerned that I won't be able to do them back up. Other than that, burgers were delicious. A massive thank you again to the venue for having us here today. Thank you to Joel for having me on his channel, because it's just been an absolute pleasure to finally be able to do this, and without you being here we couldn't have. So thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure. Let us know down below if we should do another video together here in the future. And if it makes you feel any better, I did my belt. I did my belt today, so we were both prepped. So that, everybody, of course, till next time, say happy healthy hungry, happy eating. What's your what do you say?
What do I say?
Yeah, do you have a slogan on the way out?
I normally say to like,
Yeah.
give the video a thumbs up
Yeah.
before you leave, comment
Yeah.
down below.
Yeah.
Remember to subscribe to Joel's channel before you leave, and check me out. My name is Leah Shutkiva, search me and...
Of course, they probably already checked you out. Of course they're gonna check her out. And on YouTube, I mean, not visually. So like I said, everybody, listen to her, liking, commenting. We always appreciate the subscriptions.
Yeah.
And with that, everybody, until next time. I'm gonna try not to get any more ketchup on my shirt. It's why I usually wear black. Until next time, have a lovely day.
Oh, is that your thing? Oh, cute.
And then you need to...
We're all good. Good. We're not broken.
All right, but I just drove through what was Buckingham, not Buckingham Palace, but Buckingham, in between Milton Keynes and Bristol. That's kind of where we're headed. Guys, in 24 minutes, I literally counted, like I watched this on the map. In 24 minutes, guess how many traffic circles we hit? Quick, comment down below. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm assuming you picked a number. Guess how many, guys? 24 minutes. In 24 minutes, we went through 12 traffic circles. That's nuts. So, needless to say, I'm definitely getting the hang of them. And, yeah, driving these narrow roads. So, here we go. I'm gonna get back to driving. And we're not just on any bridge. We're on the Prince of Wales Bridge. This is, well, a very large bridge, but a well-known bridge because it connects Wales to, I guess, what you call Britain or England, like. And this is the city of Cardiff. This is what Cardiff looks like. This is the capital of Wales. So pretty cool. One thing that's sure, they have speed cameras everywhere, so you really got to be like pay attention to speed cameras. Gas is also extremely expensive. It's about the equivalence of, if you're talking Canadian, it's about $12 a gallon, or about $3 a liter. If you're talking American, it's about like just over $9 a gallon, which is pretty insane. But yeah, guys, here we go. Little Cardiff, and we are on our way to see our castle. Then I can say, well, I haven't yet, but I will be able to say I've seen a palace in London and a castle in Wales. Wales is known for the castles, so it should be fun. All right, everybody. Woo! Cardiff Castle, well, at least the outside of it. We are going to see a castle in Wales. All right, everybody, we made it to Cardiff Castle. So let's go see what this is all about. The little surrounding area looks pretty cool. Looks pretty dated. So we are entering in, guys. This is insane. I really do feel like it's like a movie. It doesn't seem real. The fact that this is, built as it is, the fact that this was, a working, functioning, standing operation is absolutely so fascinating. Any kind of item like this that I've been exposed to the rest of my life, has been fabricated for, movie sets or theme parks, but this is absolutely insane. All right, guys, first off, appreciate a big old tree. This is so cool. This looks like Game of Thrones. I mean, I'm just like, throwing my castle exposure with it. But here we go, guys. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, I think that, I don't know if all this is considered the castle, or like that's definitely one of the main buildings, or maybe the main castle. And then obviously there's maybe this as well, which similarly is pretty dang cool. So let's see what all this looks like. Let's have some fun. The things you learn when you ask. So all of this, everything in this wall is actually considered the castle. This is the house, I guess. So, you have like all the bedrooms and whatever, and you can buy tickets and do tours and stuff. I'm probably going to do that while you're here. Might as well. And then that building, that was actually the first building right there. They call that the Keep, the gentleman said. So we're going to go walk over there right now and check that one out. Cool, so what we saw so far was accessible for free, but I just purchased what they call a general admission ticket, and I also purchased a tour of the house tour. I just kind of said to the guy, what do we need to do? That's what he said. Total came to, I think it was $18.50, like pounds. So if you want to do a conversion, that's, I don't know, let's say $25 or something like that. So this is the first thing we got access to. This is called the Roman Wall. So apparently this is the kind of the oldest part of the castle. It goes quickly kind of through the history. So the Roman Empire launched an invasion of Britain in 43 AD. Guys, this is so old and crazy to think about. Expecting a quick and glorious victory. Instead, they had a long, bloody campaign to subdue the fierce local resistance, and took 30 years to impose orders in Wales. The Roman fort at Cardiff was an important part of the process, having close access to the sea, the River Taff, the road network. However, Wales was never completely conquered, and the fort remained here until the Romans finally left in around 400 AD. Interesting. So, kind of what the old they used to have. So they had the construction, the forts were built. This is Wales, this whole portion of the UK. It was abandoned. Interesting, it was just barren. And then, Christianity spread through Wales, Welsh languages emerge, and this is all in Welsh. You see, so that is, I definitely cannot understand, but they have Welsh everywhere here. Cardiff Castle Fort sprang to life, guys, after the Norman invasion in 1066. Crazy to think about that. And then from there is where we actually have, kind of some of the construction. Interesting. King Henry I's brother was actually imprisoned in Cardiff Castle. I'm going to read a little bit about this history and I'll condense it for you guys. But yeah, this, I guess, is part of the Roman wall, and this is the oldest part of the castle. Okay, to summarize some of the history, so basically it was started basically in the year 1000. We'll pick up from there. Just war and everything until the 1600s, to which it was just going to be destroyed after a civil war. They decided to, Parliament decided to keep it, preserve it. They rebuilt it for 100 years. And then in the 1800s, they found the Roman wall. That's actually where they found the Roman wall, which they rebuilt, even having to destroy some of the buildings in front. And then it really wasn't used until the Second World War, where they actually used it as an air raid shelter. So that's kind of, super interesting. But, the Roman walls, they were buried beneath the ladder banks, which is pretty interesting. Crazy thing about that. It's a picture apparently from the 1800s. And then again, the outer bank of the outbreak of the Second World War in 1939, the castle became Cardiff's largest air raid shelters, capable of holding nearly 2,000 people. Interesting. Really, literally ramps going into the walls. And there you go. About literally 2,000 years ago. Crazy to think about that, how old some of the history is in this part of the world. And the amazing thing is that, again, the remains of this wall can be seen today. So that brings us to the Roman wall. Chariot wall, they call it here. This is gorgeous. Wow, that is quite the artistry, quite the artwork. And here we go, guys. 2,000 years old. And we have a couple minutes before our tour. We also got access with our purchase to the Welsh Soldiers Museum, which is down here. So I'm not sure. We'll see how much this we get to see, but obviously dating. Here we have memorials of, the World Wars. Many wars here. I mean, looks like some interactive thing. We have obviously depictions of digging trenches. It's a soldier's life. So it looks like we got information about the battles, some kind of memorabilia there. Interesting. I'm gonna have a peek around. Oh, cool! Look at these. Man, those are elaborate. Look, that is definitely actual gold, or plated at least something. Here we have a revolver and medals, and these are apparently from the roughly 1800s. Crazy. It's talking about I guess the conquests and wars of Welsh and British rule. I'll kind of see what it's all interesting here. All right, it's time for my tour. I'm gonna have to come back. Honestly, I mean, the best way I put it so far is there's just so much history, and you really realize how many kind of conquests the British were involved in. I mean, it was talking about them basically trying to capture I use the term capture, or you make advances in India. You had Canada, you had the United States, like the War of 1812. You had Afghanistan. You had China. Then obviously the wars, and the list goes on. So we're gonna have to come back, but we got to go to our tour now.
Now, the last owners moved out in 1947, but most of it was done in the 19th century. The person was called John Patrick Crichton Stewart. He was the third Marquess of Bute, and he commissioned a man called William Burgess from London to start extending this part of the home here in South Wales. So this was a smoking room in the 19th century. The entire clock tower was built in 1874, and well, it hasn't been smoked in since. So this is our next location. You turn to the right immediately, you're into our nursery. So this is the entire tower built in the 19th century for the Marquess of Bute. To sleep here alone. Okay, the idea is he'd like to make us believe that he slept on his own like an aristocrat would or a king would, but he loved his wife, Gwendolen, remember. So the child. Stick him in the bath. So as you walk into this room, it's a nice breath of fresh air. It's very contrasting with style.
All right, so just finished up the guided tour. It was pretty interesting. So we covered, essentially everything from just like a smoking room. Then we went to a nursery. I don't even know what you'd call it, like a sleeping room. Some of the big halls like this. Essentially what the gist of it was is the gentleman just had so much money that he just wanted to build stuff. He's just like, I had so much money, I'm gonna gold plate the ceiling and then make this room and this fireplace dedicated to my favorite poet and stuff. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. It was, extra, what, £3, £350? So, it's worth it. Now we get to explore the rest of the house. Part of the ticket we purchased, including this great big library. Pretty impressive. That is definitely something which you can say time and time again. The architecture is just like ridiculous, and everything is just made big and big and big. So I guess the family that owned this home until 1947, it was by far one of the richest families, about the richest family in the world at the time. They made all their money off of coal. At the time, early 1900s or whatever, they were producing or manufacturing 50% of the world's coal, which is insane. Coal in South Wales. Exploiting was the term that the gentleman used, but nonetheless. And also the first 1,000-pound check was written by this family here in Wales in 1905. Billion? Yeah, million, yes. Did I? Oh, my apologies. 1 million. All right, here we have some armor and a cannon, which was recovered from the well within the castle's keep, between 500 and 600 years old. Interesting. Definitely some old history here. Look at those weapons. Now this is a very, very, very pretty room, well decorated room. This room is officially titled the Arab Room. But man, I gotta say, this is very, very beautiful. I think this is one of my favorites. Lots of marble and gorgeous. And then there actually is an app, which I just got, and it actually has audio informational pieces for places like the dining room where we just were, so.
Building. Whilst it looks large, there are not as many rooms as you might think, and there was always a shortage of practical living space. Lord and Lady Bute and their children only used Cardiff Castle for a few weeks of each year.
Crazy.
Enjoying living in the quirky and imaginative rooms designed by the architect William Burgess, who was responsible for the castle's Victorian makeover. Burgess designed his medieval-style interiors down to the last detail, including wall and ceiling decoration, furniture, textiles, and metalwork. Each individual room in the house has a theme, reflecting the interests of the architect and his patron, Lord Bute. William Burgess was a very expensive architect to employ and was famous for going over budget. But at Cardiff Castle, he was working for one of the world's richest men, and cost was less important than the desired opulent effect. The upper rooms of the house include the small but very elaborate Arab Room, which is rich with decoration in marble, mosaic, tiles, and a splendid ceiling covered with pure gold leaf. When Lord and Lady Bute stayed at the castle, they entertained in rooms such as the banqueting hall, the largest room in the house. And even today, the room continues to play host to royalty and heads of state.
Okay, so with the standard ticket, besides that, we're just back to this room, we're back to the library, and then the dining room, which was the green one. So let's head over now to the key and more of the grounds, and now that we have that app, we can learn some more about the history all about.
Cardiff is an impressive example of a Norman motte and bailey castle. In fact, it's one of the largest in Wales. The steep-sided grassy motte, or mound, is over 12 metres high, and it's surrounded by a moat, some 6 metres deep. The stone building on top is known as the keep. If you look at the image at the bottom left of the information panel, you can see the keep.
Interesting. So that's a fake hill. This originally was wood, but in the year, like basically 1111, like in the 1111, like 1100s, 1100s, I guess that makes sense. They built the stone one, and that's a moat. Kind of crazy to think about.
Did you mention the fact there was no roof?
All right, so here we are, entering the keep. So pretty astounding that this has been here again, upwards of 900 to 1,000 years. And what's really interesting is this thing never had a roof. It was built solely to keep things out. And then there used to be buildings in front of the keep, but those are since gone. Then this is the Black Tower, built in the 1300s, which has been used as a prison, and at one point actually connected to the keep by a wall, or like kind of a, well, they called it a wall. I'm assuming it's some sort of like a walkway, but maybe it was a barrier wall all the way to there. And here we have the wartime tunnels, and we have an audio, so I'm just gonna...
These tunnels were first opened up in the 1880s as galleries to allow the newly discovered Roman walls to be seen. But they found a completely new and unexpected use in 1939 when the Second World War broke out.
Oh, so that's where it is.
Knowing that Britain...
All right, I hear they have some audio in here. So let's go see what this is all about. Interesting. Definitely big tunnels. There you go, guys. The wartime shelter, air raid shelter. Scary. Bunk beds. Crazy. So not gonna lie, this is, it's almost a little eerie. And there you go, there's the sirens. This is, it's kind of a shocking experience. Like, you feel it, you really feel it. Yeah, so basically we just came out, like kind of up out of the tunnels on the top of the wall, if that makes sense. So we were kind of like at that level, now we're up here. That, guys, man, you feel it in there. You can just, you know, especially with the audio, but even without the audio, there's just this odd feeling in there. You know, you can tell like this was used for times of, you know, with, you know, real true seriousness and severity. Here's the back of the keep there, and it's, I mean, it's crazy that like all this, you know, stonework and everything, it's all gorgeous, very beautiful. And we can actually continue this walk kind of, you know, along the wall here, I guess you could say. I'm not sure where this takes us. I'm assuming we can get out, but pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. All right, so we're gonna head out of Cardiff Castle. I did not go back into the little war area. I did get a view a little bit more than you guys saw, just to really capture the history. It takes more time. I have about maybe 20-ish minutes before I gotta head out. So I'm gonna kind of walk around the streets of Cardiff a little bit, or he had some other pronunciation, Cardiff, I forget how he said it. Anyway, but the buildings look really cool. They definitely look a little dated. And so yeah, let's go take a little of a sight around and we'll see what it's all about. I got a recommendation from our man Aaron. Thanks for saying hello, and he told me to come check out this place. This is called Cardiff Market, which is a big kind of, I don't know, they got like all kinds of stands of clothing and jewelry, foods galore, bakeries, yeah, all kinds, yeah, jewelers and stuff. And apparently this used to be a prison, so kind of a unique piece of history that they've turned what used to be a prison in a very downtown location into now, you know, quite an extensive market, which, you know, kind of reminds you of mini like Reading Terminal or whatever that is. So good stuff.